Yeah, y'all know what it is. Your boy King Lucky Money, and today we got your boy Hassan Campbell. He recently did a Black TV interview talking about, if you don't know by now, he did a if you don't know who Hassan Campbell is, make sure you guys go look him up. He's from New York City, um, and he's known for telling these wild stories about himself. Recently, he did a live video to where he was in the Bronx projects, and he was in the middle of the project screaming out loud, challenging people to come and fight him, and this, that, and the third. And he was allegedly shot while he was on live, while he was on live filming it. So, of course, what a lot of antics he has done in the past made YouTubers and social media skeptical if was this really true. So it got him a lot of attention. So it worked. It worked. So let's just say that. So it got me doing a reaction. So I think all of it is hilarious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a reaction video to him doing his interview on Vlad TV, and for entertainment purposes, the story is hilarious because I just sit back and I be like, how could one come up with all this? Like, how could somebody make up all this stuff in the middle? You know what I'm saying? Like make up stories as he talk. But that's a skill, and people do it every day. You know what I'm saying? So that is a skill. But okay, enough of me talking right now. I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him do his speaking right for the moment. All right, all right.
All right, here we go. Today we have one of the most controversial figures on the internet, Hassan Campbell. Welcome to Vlad TV. Finally, finally. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I want to get to your whole story, but before I do, something very serious happened recently. So I want to cover that. So, what exactly happened in the Bronx?
If you're
Well,
just tuning in now, this is live my live reaction to Hassan Campbell's story.
I found myself in a very, very depressed state. I was in the house. I was actually like going over to Cassie in the P Diddy situation, and it took me back to a bad place with the African Bambaataa story. So for me, after drinking all night, like literally all night, I found myself in Bronx River, setting up my camera and just venting. Like I really pretty much was just letting off some steam because I feel like the elders in Bronx River Projects failed me.
All right, hold on. He said he was watching the Diddy Cassie story that's been going out. Everybody know the story with Diddy and Cassie, what's been going on with Diddy. He said he was watching the coverage on it, and it found him in a very depressed state to where he was drinking all night. He said he got up the next morning with his camera, drove to the projects, set up his camera, and started thinking about if you ain't familiar with Hassan Campbell's story now I'm even questioning that now. He's saying that he was allegedly I don't even know if I can say the word on YouTube. He was taken advantage of by a hip hop let's just say legend, African Bambaataa as a young man. He's saying that he was taken advantage, molested. I could say molested. Yes, he was saying that he was molested as a child by African Bambaataa, and I haven't seen any proof of this story. Maybe you guys have. If you've seen it, make sure you put it description. If this story, I don't even know if this story is really true, what he's telling. But anyway, he said that took him. Now, mind you, Hassan Campbell looks like he's about 48, 49 years old. And he said by him listening to the Diddy and Cassie story, he got up the next morning and drove to the projects and filmed himself. Let him talk. You know, this is hilarious.
So I went back to the original place of where my pain started, which was Brooklyn Projects, the home of Africa Bambaataa, the home of myself. And in the process of that, I already had some tension with the neighborhood. So with me calling dudes out and just my brain was like in suicide mode. I'm outside in the middle of the projects, nothing to protect myself with a pocket knife, and I'm in the lion's den where there's nothing but shooters, calling out the shooters, and they came outside and they shot, and I found myself hop skipping and jumping to the hospital. You know, once that bullet hit me, my brain went to survival mode.
All right, y'all. I had to pause it for a second. There's no proof of him being shot. Like, there's no medical. There's no police story. There's no flesh wounds. I gotta say this. I have to say this. That way you guys know what the. I gotta say this. So I just want to put you guys in this mode. That way you can understand going forward as him telling this story. So
Okay, so let's talk about what led up to this. So you went out to the Bronx River Projects, like you said, where you're from, and you had your friend Mr. Checkmate, right? No, he wasn't with me. Oh, he wasn't. What happened was he heard when he spoke to me on the phone before I got over there, and he heard the state that I was in. So what he did was immediately, once he heard where I was going, he was like, he was in a house. He had a stomach virus. He was throwing up. He had diarrhea. So he just ran out of the house and he was immediately.
this how you know when somebody is lying. When they got to go into extra unnecessary details. What does his friend have to stomach virus in the house? What does all that have to do with just unnecessary details? And anybody know that when anytime somebody is lying, they just that's why I say I give this guy credit. He knows how to sell a story. So I'm definitely here for the entertainment.
And, you know, so now I'm on the camera. I'm looking at my camera. And at some point, I remember him coming up the side of me and he's like, yo, let's get out of here. And I'm still yelling at the camera. So he pointed in the direction of the shooters. And I looked and I faced them. That's when it hit the fan.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so I
The
saw
shooters.
so you're in front of the projects and you have your phone set up and you're screaming and you're really upset. And at some point, did someone throw a bottle at you? Yes.
Vlad, stop telling his story for him.
Threw a few bottles. And see, now that's how you know I wasn't in my right frame of mind. Because the way the bottle hit the floor, if that would have hit my brain, I probably would have been in a vegetable state coming from the high up floors. So now I'm yelling.
Now he knows medical terms. He knows. See what I'm saying? All this is unnecessary information, details that has nothing. Just tell the story. Because anybody knows anytime you going through something, oh, that's like right now. If I get up and say, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm gonna go to AutoZone and then I'm gonna go by the grocery store and then I'm gonna go put some air in my tire. So if someone asked me what I did, it's gonna just gonna be that. I'm not gonna go into, hey, when I turned into the store, it was a white car turning out, and then I made it right over here, and then when I walked into the store, it was two pennies. Nobody tells stories like that. So that's like what he's doing in a sense. He's just like making up unnecessary details that have nothing to do with just tell the story. And Vlad is helping him. Vlad, stop helping him tell the story. Just let him talk. Vlad know he full of crap too.
There's bottles flying at my head, and I'm not budging. And I'm like, kind of saying, come outside. Don't throw the bottle, come outside. So, as the bottles is being thrown, distracted me. The shooters is creeping up the hill. So now this is where checkmate comes in, and he sees me, and he makes me turn and look like, look.
If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up, please.
Find a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov so they can enjoy more visits and have less to worry about. Feel like a million and find your plan during
Oh,
your enrollment.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Looks into the direction. So now the me throwing the bottles being thrown rather at me. Now I turn away from that. Now I'm actually seeing the shooters come up. So when they see me and they see him the way he was positioned, the way I'm positioned, from my reputation, they pretty much thought I had a gun on me.
First of all, how would you know if somebody is shooters? How would you know if they're shooters if you have no confrontation with them? You have no verbal conversation with them at all. How you just gonna see somebody? Oh, they're gonna shoot us if you don't know them, and they're not brandishing a weapon or anything. I mean, you know how the streets don't work like that. Somebody's gonna say something. It's gonna be something said. Then it's gonna be. You just can't be just chilling and somebody say, "Hey, they're gonna shoot us." It don't work like that. But go ahead.
So they was hesitant to actually walk up. So what they did was they shot at me from halfway through the projects, like the top of the hill. Like I said, I'm watching the video, and you were talking really reckless leading up to the situation. Just to be fair, you were like, "I'm gonna go out. Everybody, step outside. I don't give a fuck. Who got a problem? I'm here. I'll stab your ass to death. I'll throw your mother down the flight of stairs. I'll kill everybody. I dare you, etc., etc." Is that accurate? Absolutely.
And all this is over Diddy and Cassie. Remember, he started the story off saying that sent him into a depressed mode over what Diddy and Cassie. Come on, man. I can't take
So
this.
when you were yelling this, were you yelling this at the guys throwing the bottles at you, or the guys that were approaching you? Well, I didn't see the guys approaching me, but for the most part, in my mind, I was like, to be honest with you, it was like I was in a suicide state. I was in a suicidal state of mind in that state, not in the state that I'm in now. The alcohol took me to a dark place of me being molested and me just going through all of the emotions of the people in Bronx River abandoning me, never standing by me, never speaking up in a situation. Like, because we going to get into how Bronx River is like Africa Bambaataa was the boogeyman and the hero at the same time. And everybody used to whisper, keep your kids away from them. But they used to see kids with them. It wouldn't snatch those kids away from them. Okay, so you're yelling at the dudes at the building that are throwing the bottles, and you're daring them to come down and threatening to kill everyone and so forth. The guys start to approach you. Do you know who these guys are? They had masks on.
Hey man, this is must see TV. Look, he off the head with it. Oh, they had masks on. Quick, so that way, so when he says they have masks on, so now that prevents him from going into even making up even more stuff. Cause now if he say yeah I know them or they didn't have a mask on, now he has to go into another story. So he just off the head. Oh, they had masks on.
And they shoot you while you're standing.
Vlad, stop telling the story. He should be able to tell his own story. But that's just Vlad is he's a seasoned interviewer, so he knows how to sell it. He knows when you're in media, it's like media. That's like a media guide. He knows how to guide the person he's interviewing. He just want whatever. He don't give a crap if his story is real or not. So he knows how to navigate it just to keep him talking. Because Vlad know this is some bull crap itself.
Air when you're actually in the car while I'm standing there. See, that's the crazy part about YouTube because everybody felt like that was editing. When they actually started pulling the guns out, for somehow YouTube just froze that whole part out during the live, and then it continued on when I got.
All right, he just said if you watch the video, you can see Hassan Campbell on the video. He's on the camera. He's talking crap, and this guy checkmate turns and say, "Hey, watch your back or whatever." Hassan Campbell on the camera. He turns around and he cut the camera off. Hassan Campbell turns the camera off, and then when the camera comes back on, he's in the car. He goes from outside the car. When the video comes back on, in the next frame, he's in the car, allegedly driving to the hospital. So when Vlad brought that up, he said, because social media picked up on it, like, well, hey, why wasn't the shooting captured on video? He's saying YouTube, miraculously, what? I can't say the word. Some kind of way, YouTube cut the footage themselves. When the shooters pulled out the guns, YouTube cut the footage of the shooting itself. And then when he got back in the car, YouTube brought the footage back.
Got back in the car. I can't explain it to you. YouTube would have to explain that one. Right. The shooting part you're talking about is not actually on video. No. Okay. And was it 2 shots? I believe it was on 4.
He don't even know how many times they shot. This is, but remind you, his story is so detailed, but all this unnecessary crap. But then when he asked him how many times they shot, he said, I think it was 4. You know, if you hear 1 or 2 shots or 3 shots or 4 shots or 10 or more, come on, man.
He's only recovered 2 shells. So 4 shots get fired. You get hit in the shoulder, right here, and the bullet traveled to my back over here, and that's where it was taken out at. Okay. Have you ever been shot? Yeah, I've been shot prior to this. So when I was shot in the year 2000, I was shot before, and when I got to the hospital, when they did the X-rays, they was kind of confused because there was more than one bullet. I actually have bullets at me, so yeah.
All right, y'all. So what he's saying is, when he went to the hospital, he's saying when they get him on the table and they do the X-rays, they was confused on which bullet was really hit him because he got shot in 2000. They didn't know which bullet was the bullet. He got so many bullets in him. I can't take this.
So you got shot before, so you've been through this situation somewhere. Yes. So once you get shot and you got your man with you, what happens to the shooters? They run off, or do they want to finish the job? Well, after the shooter shot, it was two guys, 1 gun. Unless the other one didn't pull his gun out, they started passing the gun back and forth.
He said when the guys was shooting at him, they was passing the gun to one another. He shot 2 times, pow pow. Gave the other dude the gun. He shot 2 times, pow pow. I ain't never heard nothing like this before.
Myself, like, look at these clowns. That's all I can think to myself. Like, they They said, they said amateurs. These dudes couldn't even finish the job. You walking up on a dude that's 47 years old, fat, intoxicated, and screaming at the camera, ain't even looking. And you shoot from halfway down the block and don't even finish the job, like amateurs.
Oh man. All right. He said the shooters was amateur, y'all. They couldn't finish the job, but very, very entertaining. Stuff like this entertains me. I'm gonna find humor in it, but let me know in the comment, man. Do y'all believe this story? What Hassan Campbell told Vlad TV? I don't. I'm just gonna put it out there now. I don't. You watch this? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the video right here, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell for more videos. I will be doing a lot more reaction videos. You guys stay tuned, man. Yeah!